compared to what our original idea of community service is?
Well, community service has changed in that many people see community service as service to the community. So the community as a whole unit instead of a very small unit. But to be honest, Baha, it's something that's debated even now, what community service could actually mean.
Now, a lot of schools actually require community service to graduate. What are your guys' recent findings on that, especially here in Aroostook County?
Well, here in Aroostook County, about 8 out of 16 schools require community service for graduation. And nationwide, it's higher than that. It's about 7 out of 10. So more and more high schools are requiring community service for a graduation credit. The problem is that even though more and more high schools are requiring that graduation credit, we are seeing less and less civic engagement levels in ages 18 to 24, the lowest we've seen in American history. And that can have some negative impacts on what's happening in America.
Now, obviously, you want to get people more involved into community service, not just for themselves, but for the community that they serve. Now, in doing these findings and such, when somebody does engage in these community service projects, what else are they benefiting besides just daily credits?
Community service has massive benefits, and especially for the child who does the service. Community service can build self-esteem. It gives a sense of empowerment. It gives a sense of ownership, which is important because that actually reflects into what it can do for the community. So while it gives that child a sense of ownership, that child feels a bond, a sort of relationship with the town. That lowers crime levels. It lowers the risk of any kind of illegal substance abuse. It lowers risky behavior overall. It can boost self-esteem and test scores and grades. So it has all of these positive things. Plus, it gives an opportunity for mentoring. And that's a really, really important thing in our period right now.
You mentioned to me earlier that this was a good time to talk about community service.
It is.
It sounds like there's something going on within Aroostook Aspirations, which is why.
That's right. This weekend we released Heidi's Hope, which is a community service program that will literally stretch from Fort Kent to Holton. So from north to south, all throughout Aroostook County. Students will be taking part in a massive service day in October, giving back to the communities that really have given them so much. These programs will be large in scale. So we're talking about building a gazebo on the shores of the Aroostook River, vinyl siding on an older person's home with a Aroostook Area on Aging. Big projects that children can see within 7 hours something major happening. It's important for them to understand that our community runs because of things like community service.
Yeah. We are running out of time. You mentioned the website before, govinfund.org.
Correct.
Where people can go to get more information. Thanks
That's
again,
right.
April, for joining me on set. We'll see you again next week.
See you next week.
We'll be right back after this.